Welcome back to another episode of In the Ring. I'm your host, Justin Hill, and I'm very excited to talk about the latest news happening in boxing and MMA. Let's get started on talking about the latest things happening in boxing. Heavyweight champion Tyson Fury defeated MMA fighter Francis Ngannou in 10 rounds via split decision. Ngannou knocked out Fury in round 3 of the fight. However, Fury was able to recover and after the knockout and later win the fight. After the fight, many boxing fans and MMA fans voiced their opinion by saying that Ngannou won the fight and how Fury should have lost. Fury's next fight will be against heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk. The winner of this fight will become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. So, in my eyes of what happened for the Ngannou and Fury fight, I was able to watch the fight and I rewatched the fight and see what rounds Fury won and also what Ngannou won. And after the knockdown in round 3, Fury went down and Fury won every single round after that fight. And fans want to say, well, Fury should have lost. No, Fury won the fight because, listen, in boxing, the fight was 10 rounds. So after that, there were 6 more rounds and 7 more rounds to be fighting against. And also, Fury had the upper advantage in the later rounds, in rounds 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And as for Ngannou, Ngannou put on the show. And if Ngannou could have won more rounds, Ngannou would have been the winner. However, I take Fury for this fight. And in my opinion, he won because of not only he's the heavyweight champion of the world, but he knows how to outbox a lot of people. However, as for Ngannou, I think Ngannou has a future in boxing. I think he needs to leave MMA and stick to boxing because Ngannou showed the world that he is here to be in the boxing industry. In other boxing news, lightweight champion Gervonta Davis has been back in the gym recently and has been teasing to fight in May of 2024. So for Gervonta Davis, he hasn't fought since April of this year. And I think for Gervonta Davis in the future, maybe in 2024, 2025, or 2026, he needs to move up to welterweight because the division he's in right now, he's just knocking people out to the point where he has no competition. A person in my mind that Gervonta Davis can fight is maybe Shakur Stevenson or maybe running back with Ryan Garcia. However, Davis's yard is still a mystery to see who's going to be his next fighter. In MMA news, UFC 295's main event between Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic will not happen due to Jones getting hurt in training camp. Jones is considered one of the greatest UFC fighters of all time, with many MMA fans questioning whether he will be in the same ring ever again after tearing his pectoral tendon. So with Jon Jones getting injured, I think this injury will not affect him because one, he's the UFC GOAT, and that's without a doubt. However, this injury, it will not affect him because one, Jones has battled many adversity and many injuries and many scrutiny in his career, and I think Jones will definitely bounce back from this. I could definitely see Jon Jones fighting in September of 2024, not this summer. However, in my eyes, I think Jones will definitely look to fight Stipe Miocic because everyone wanted this fight. And knowing Jon Jones, he wants to be considered the GOAT of MMA. And in order for him to be the GOAT of MMA, he has to be Stipe Miocic in a heavyweight cage. However, that will do it for another episode of In the Ring. I'm Justin Hill, and thank you for listening.